Yeah. Hi, Sarah. First of all, Happy New Year to you and to Mike.
Happy New Year.
As you know, 2021 was a phenomenal year for Fubo. We've continued to grow all of our KPIs at over 100%. And, we're continuing to take market share from both cable companies as well as companies in the virtual MVPD space like YouTube TV and Hulu.
What's the ultimate likely addressable market for you? I mean, I think that's one of the big swing factors in how people, value the stock and value the size of the opportunity. You raised, guidance versus previous levels on subscriber growth, but it was pretty incremental. So given that you're still kind of burning cash, how fast can you get to a level where you feel like you've realized the possibilities?
Yeah, good question, Mike. Well, we've raised guidance and exceeded consensus 5 quarters in a row now. And so the excess that we've delivered in these preliminary results are actually above the increased guidance that we provided last quarter. So it's a pretty strong number, growing at over 138% on the revenue side. We think the TAM is probably around 45 to 50 million U.S. customers, which is a pretty sizable TAM, spending somewhere around $80 per month. So you're talking about a very large audience that's looking for sports and live television as their main form of entertainment.
I know there was increased sports watching in my household this weekend as New York legalized gambling, and I wonder what you saw across the board and how much of a needle mover this is in New York and potentially other states that could follow.
Yeah, well, obviously, gaming is going to play an important part in Fubo's long-term vision and path to profitability. At the moment, we're focused on driving advertising sales. And gaming, as you know, we're now live in 2 states, Arizona and Iowa, and continuing to expand our footprint on the gaming side. I think the real key to being able to drive value on the gaming side and profits is really to unlock the casual customer, getting casual wagering into the fold. And that's something where I think we're really well positioned given our audience and the number of sports events that we have on the platform. We've certainly seen an acceleration of viewing on the sports side this year in particular. Last year, as you know, COVID had negative impact on viewership across sports given the late start to the sports season. But we certainly believe that gaming is adding value to the video platform.
You've made a couple of acquisitions recently, kind of adding geographies or product areas. Is that something that you see more of happening? If so, what areas?
Yeah, well, look, as I've said before, Fubo is a very young company. If you compare us to a Netflix or Roku, those companies are a quarter century old. Fubo is now in its 7th year of operations. We've got a long way to go. We're going to continue to develop our product and our infrastructure. And if you look at the most recent Parks Associates report, Fubo's Net Promoter Score came in as a leader among all virtual MVPDs at 65. So we're building brand. We need to continue to develop our product, drive engagement on the platform, which ultimately drives the flywheel. And we believe that there's a path to profitability by generating a significant amount of ad revenue based on viewership, and then the potential of casual wagering, which, again, is part of our acquisition strategy. We've started to develop that platform.
So really quickly, David, what is the path to profitability? Because the market has no patience right now with even fast-growing tech names like yourself that are not profitable.
Yeah, well, look, we've laid out a plan, and that plan was to expand our contribution margin every quarter between 100 and 200 basis points. We've been delivering on that. This is not going to happen overnight. As I said, it takes decades for companies to develop value, but we do have a glide path, and we'll be talking about that glide path in our quarterly earnings in the next couple months.
All right, David, we'll tune in. Thank you very much for the time.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
David
Have
Campbell,
a good day.
Fubo TV.